Hey, hello, hello. It's been a bit since I've checked in and I have missed you. So I wanted to say thank you for the email saying, hey, I missed the Elle Daily videos, bring them back. So here I am. And I thought, you know what, I miss connecting a little bit more on a regular basis. As you know, I started the Elle Daily EDP podcast, which has been so much fun. But I will say it takes a lot more thought to prepare for those. One, because I like to truly have more content for you all, and sometimes it takes a bit of digging and research, especially for my guests, because these guests have so much amazing history that it takes a bit to prepare. Well, let me turn my music down a bit. It takes a bit to prepare to bring them on. So anyways, I have my next interview tomorrow and I can't wait for you to meet him. He's fabulous. His name is David, and I will wait to introduce him on the Elle Daily Podcast. So excited for you to see that. And the second announcement, I'm trying out new microphones. This one's kind of hidden a bit, low profile underneath. Let me know what you think of this one. This one, I'm hoping it's going to be the go-to. I'm liking it so far. So let me know if you like the sound and how it's working. Third, I think that's all I was going to say. We'll just get started. We'll get right into, I know what I wanted to say. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you have been here for some time, thank you. It means the world to me. Please hit the like and subscribe button. You can also hit the bell so you are notified when videos arise. So with that, we'll get right into it. If there is something that resonates with you and you feel like it's appropriate to leave a comment for others, please do. That way it's a little bit more engaging for us all. All right, so today's message, I basically summed it up with be soft. So for men and women out there, this is a really good message, I think, for us to be able to kind of sit back a little bit, gather in what people have to say before we immediately, one, jump to a conclusion of what we think they're trying to say, two, trying to maybe fix or solve a problem. I know that is me to the T. I tend to be a projector. What I do is I love to help and fix things. So when somebody comes to me, I often feel like I have to solve their problem. And you know what? A lot of times people just come to me because they want to vent and they want to talk. And that is perfect. So what I am learning with being soft is just by being present, you can offer love, support to people. It's that whole saying, God made two ears instead of two mouths. So spend more time listening than talking. And something that I need to work on a little bit too. So to kind of wait. And actually here, I'll go back to the very beginning of where this is coming from. So a few weeks ago, I had an amazing local retreat in Minneapolis, Minnesota, literally a block from my condo. And it was kind of serendipitous because I had just found a new clothing store. It's a women's clothing store, literally a block from my house in Northeast Minneapolis. So if you're close by, check it out. It's called Arlo. The owner is fabulous. Her name is Allie. And one of the Saturdays, she had hosted a yoga instructor to come in. And it was great because it was Kundalini yoga. And I have heard of it and I've always wanted to try it. A lot of yoga for me is too slow. I like more of Pilates and bar and being more active. Yoga is hard for me to kind of slow down and meditate a bit more. But I thought, I want to check out this Kundalini. So long story short, fast forward, I go to the retreat. It was amazing. It was Greta and her fiance that were running it, Aaron. So Greta and Aaron. And I'll make sure to put their link and information below. But there were so many things that I gathered. But the biggest thing, two things that I took home from it was, one, how far I have come in my spiritual journey, which was very reassuring to me because I think most of you know, in 2015, I went through a bit of a breakup that was hard on me, but it was the best thing in the world because it really helped to make me the person that I am, or just to grow and become a better version of myself. So sometimes I think heartbreak is the best thing to allow us to heal and to grow and become better versions. So I like to kind of not dwell on the past and kind of focus on the present where I'm at and the hopes of the future. So anyways, that's number one. The retreat taught me, wow, Ellen, you have done so well with the amount of growth. I still have a long ways to go. We're always growing. That's what this journey is about. But the second piece was she had pulled our information. It's called the body graft. I'd never heard of it. I've always loved a bit of astrology, or just kind of, I take it with a grain of salt, using it as a tool to kind of learn about my strengths and some of the weaknesses. So anyways, she pulled that chart. I actually have it in this folder, along with my cars. I'm trying to figure out what car to go with next. Oh my gosh, I love cars. So anyways, my body graft, we all have different ones. And the cool thing about this is how unique and different we are. We have a lot of similarities, yes, but a lot of differences. And so this for me was great because it helped me to see, one, oh, it makes sense why I do things maybe the way I do. And what can I do to kind of continually, one, love where I'm at, but two, try to reach for, new growth, if that makes sense. So 25% of the US are projectors like myself. It's kind of that go, 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 very efficient, very effective, but then you need time to recharge. But we also tend to want to fix things. So I read it and it said the best thing I can do to, I guess, kind of get the best use out of it's called your strategy. It's called wait for an invitation. So we're all a little bit different. If you want to know more about this, please reach out to me. I will make sure I get it to you. It's fascinating. But why I want to say this is what it came up with to be soft today is like ties hand in hand with that. So I journaled a lot about it thinking, yep, you know what? I do need to just kind of sit back and receive versus feel that I have to project advice and fix something for others because not everybody's always looking for that. So apply this to how it fits for you. Maybe you're one that needs to share more, or maybe you're like me where you need to kind of sit back and take things in and just say to someone, hey, do you want advice or would you rather just have me listen? Because probably more than likely they're going to say, you know what, just sit back and listen for this one. All right, so that's number one. And then the other bit that I got with this is you've been working too hard. So occasionally I find that I go, 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 and I kind of forget to stop to smell the roses or just to continue to be happy, like a Friday night. Go watch a movie. I don't always need to be productive, if that makes sense. So maybe that's for you. Or maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you feel that you haven't been working enough. That's fine too. So take this to how it fits into your bit. And then the two things that I pulled for surrender, one was surrender denial, and the second was surrender defensiveness. So see if these apply. The defensiveness I found for me, definitely that was me in the past. I've gotten so much better about not being defensive. I actually had somebody, I was cleaning my car. We have a car station to wash your car. I love a clean car. So here's me hosing down my car, and this gentleman, he's great. He's in our building, and he has, talk about car goals. His car is always clean and meticulous. So I thought, well, anything he has to offer me is great. So he said, you know what, you shouldn't be putting that much pressure on the car, because I was just like hardcore pressure, thinking that's what's going to get it cleaner. He's like, nah, just a little lighter on the pressure. I'm like, okay. So I could have been defensive, but no, I thought I'm going to listen. I'm going to hear him out and hear what he has to say. And I'm so glad I did. And I was just grateful that he felt comfortable sharing with me. So I thanked him and I said, you know what, the more feedback you can give me, the better. So, and I know that's kind of a simple situation, but you can apply it to any of your situations, right? Especially when it comes to spousal relationships. I know a lot of times we can be defensive with our significant others, but the more you can just hear them out, wait to respond, try to see their point of view, and go from there. Okay, so surrender defensiveness. It's often a sign of weakness. Be more effective to stay centered and hear someone out. Simple as that. We can all do that. I know I'm going to continually work on it. Once you hear them out, then you can offer a clear, non-defensive response. So I like that. And then surrender denial. So accept people and situations as they are without denying difficulties. So then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So that applies to us in so many different ways, right? Especially if you're going through the loss of a loved one. There's so much that you go through during that whole grieving process or the loss of a relationship. Denial is a big thing to get through. So be patient with yourself. And just accept the people in the situation as they are and continue to move through it. So some of the questions that you can reflect on, or questions I reflected on today, is what has changed in my life recently? How did I react? And how could I react better? And I do think like my situations get easier and easier. So something that might have affected me a couple years ago as a big situation now just doesn't really, affect me as much. So I'm sure you're finding that too as you continue to grow. But yeah, what has changed my life recently, or what has changed in my life recently? How did I react? How could I have reacted better? And then another kind of affirmation to give yourself is change is a natural process in this world. We accept it, or I accept it with an open mind, especially in this day and age right now with, the politics in the US here are a little bit crazy. And we're going through a lot of change just all around, right? So be open, have an open mind, and just know that it's always going to work out. And then, you know me, I love my angels. So I thought for me, life has been a bit noisy lately. And so sometimes, I do just need to escape and go explore some nature or just get out and about. So if you're one that loves nature, it's hard in Minnesota, I will tell you right now, but there are some places you can go just to get fresh air and take some time for yourself. If not, maybe go to a sauna or a hot tub or wherever you can just get some peace and quiet and time to reflect. So here's what Layla had to say today. So that was the angel card that I pulled. So spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask your guidance or angels. So if you're one that's spiritual, maybe you don't believe in angels, but just your higher power, you can always go to your higher power. Ask them to help you and gain positive perspective. Get in nature, allow your mind to wander. Notice your thoughts and feelings. So just welcome them, see what you're thinking about, what you're feeling, and ask God or your higher power, angels, whatever you believe in, to clear your body from them and kind of let go of any of that, right? And then pray, meditate about it. And you will absolutely feel so much lighter when you get back to your family, your friends, or back to your regular day-to-day. So just even, 10, 15 minutes a day like that can really help. Even if you do it once a week, it's really going to benefit you. And I always know that prayer can be amplified big time by nature, at least for me. So I hope that helps. That was a lot longer than 10 minutes. Maybe I was just so excited to be back to see you all. So if you are still here, thank you for joining me, and you will see the new podcast interview shortly. I'm actually about to post one that I recorded this weekend on 10 things, or it's actually 9 things, that will make you feel forever young. Now that I'm in my 40s, there's some things that I continue to do to feel the best that I can be. So, sending you all so much love, and I will see you next time.